And then on page 19, he gives a very, very good example in the middle paragraph. He says, you might also see someone who sleeps all day and parties all night. This is an example of someone who's always, like he says, a life of absolute libertinism. So someone who just has a very, sort of, you might think it's a very carefree life. Maybe this person inherited a lot of money. Maybe this person struck it rich in the lottery or whatever it is. Well, how old will be that? But this person has lots of money and free time, so they just sleep all day, party all night. So you think this person's happy? You know, he's wearing fancy clothes, he's going to fancy restaurants and fancy clubs, but his soul and his heart are actually deeply troubled. His sleep is not pleasant. His sleep is grief and worry. Now, the Imam doesn't use the word, but this is essentially what we call, in English, escapism, right? You're trying to escape from reality, or you could say to escape from having to contemplate reality, right? This is something that's very, very common in Western countries, you know, to see people constantly drinking alcohol, people constantly want to be entertained, constantly watching movies, playing video games. Some people, for example, and it's sad, sometimes Muslims fall into this as well. There are people who they always have to have noise on in the background. Like in the sense that quiet actually makes them nervous and anxious. So they're always, you know, listening to some like a YouTube video. They're always just listening to. I noticed this with someone I know, a Muslim brother I know who was visiting. I started noticing, like, you know, every time he was just by himself, like he's in the kitchen making a sandwich, all right, or he's in the bathroom or something, I can always hear like noise on in the background. Like, what's going on? And I said, are you addicted to noise? And he actually confessed. He said, yeah, because it's a sense that if there's no noise, that makes you nervous, makes you anxious. Now, he's a Muslim, alhamdulillah, so I'll give him husnul done. But for a lot of people who are not Muslim, the absence of noise disturbs them because it forces them to think, right? If the noise isn't there, their thoughts come out and they start thinking about things. They start questioning things. They start wondering about things. And that leads to stress and anxiety. And the Imam's going to get onto this in the next chapter, which we'll look at.